All right, West Coast, welcome back. It's 11 minutes after 9 o'clock. You're listening to Long Beach Radio, CHMZ FM 90.1 Tofino and CIMM FM 99.5 in Ucluelet. And I'm fortunate to be joined this morning by the folks that make up Mojave, I guess now local band. Originally Vancouver was home.
That's right.
And you've took the plunge, it must have been 2 years ago or so now to move out here.
Yeah,
Almost
about a
2
year
years
and a
ago.
half. Yeah, 2 years.
And it's working out okay?
Sure is, especially on days like today.
Yeah, you can't beat this.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in the time that you've been out here, this year and a half, 2 years, how many shows have you played out here on the coast locally?
Not a whole lot. We have a show coming up though.
Yes,
that's the main thing. We have a show on Saturday at Darwin's Cafe at 8:00.
And you've got a guest as well, which is nice. Someone comes through.
Alyssa Hartman from Victoria. She's awesome. We actually played with her in Victoria last weekend, and she's awesome. So we're looking forward to playing with her.
Dragged her along out here
Exactly.
and what a great weekend to bring a friend out to Tofino. That's fantastic. So I'm sure people around town who've been listening to Long Beach Radio or whatever have at least heard a couple of your songs off of the current album.
Yeah.
But how do you I hate to pigeonhole people and say, well, they sound like this, but if you added this and then they had a love child or whatever. So how do you guys like to identify your music to people who might not be familiar with it?
Probably best is acoustic rock. We're kind of, we do play mostly acoustic guitars, although at the show I'll probably be playing a lot of electric, but it's acoustic, but our backgrounds are more hard rock, so there's a little bit of an edge, but we're not playing heavy metal on an acoustic guitar kind of thing.
There's not just going to be a lot of ja-ja-ja-ja-ja-ja stuff.
Exactly. Ja-ja!
So before we get into a live song here, you've been doing a little bit of touring in the last little while, just kind of Lower Mainland and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is that in preparation for anything in particular? You just had to get out and play?
No, I mean summer's a great time to play some shows. Summer's when all the festivals happen too, so we played a couple of those. So yeah, we've just been kind of out and about, playing Vancouver Island, Lower Mainland, a couple festivals, that kind of thing.
And now just a little homecoming show here.
Exactly. Yeah, this is our last show for the summer, so we figured might as well do it in Tofino. Yeah.
And then you're going to the desert. Is it going to be Mojave and Mojave? Is that the desert involved?
Mojave and Mojave.
Mojave will be in Mojave for a little while. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you do that purely for the poetic value, or was there actually another plan?
No, I mean the band name is actually because we really love the Mojave Desert, and we spend a lot of time there. We usually try to get down there once a year.
What's to do in the Mojave Desert?
Lots of stuff. We basically just camp and hike and hang out. So it's a nice polar opposite.
Yes.
Like Tofino's great, but it's just nice to get something 100% different for a couple weeks of the year.
Dry and warm and sunshine.
Exactly.
Sweet. Well, should we bust out a tune and then we'll come back to the weather and come back and chat a little bit more?
Sounds good. What do you want to play?
Let's do Casa Rosita. Speaking of the desert, this one's actually inspired and written in the Mojave Desert, so appropriate.
All right. This is Casa Rosita.
Yesterday, waiting for today to begin. Take it all and take it in. Our lives are ready to begin. Morning light burn through the door, let me in. Home is right where we are. This room, this place, this moment is all I need right now. Desert spring, I'm listening to the season again. Stories end, stories begin.
Thanks, guys. Mojave are playing Saturday night at the Tofino Botanical Gardens in Darwin's Cafe, starting at 8. What's the is there ticket price? The tickets available beforehand?
Tickets are $10. Long Beach Surf Shop has some, and there will be some available at the door.
At the door as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll come back with more Mojave in a minute. I'm going to give you the surf report, and then we'll go to a quick break here and return. According to our friends at Buoy Weather Surf Conditions.
Yeah, where you turn it up, folks. Where you turn it up. You don't turn CHM set down. You turn it up.
All right, welcome back, West Coast. It's 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. 19 minutes, we'll be precise here. You're listening to Long Beach Radio, and we're joined in studio with Mojave today, who are playing Saturday night at Darwin's Cafe in the Tofino Botanical Gardens. And thanks for coming in, first of all.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Or second of all, I guess. We've already chatted a little bit. So is it going to be just the pair of you for the show Saturday night? 2 guitars and 2 voices, that sort of thing?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you ever do like a full band set or any sort of bigger things since the hard rockin' days?
Yeah, sometimes we tour. Depends on the size of the show and the size of the venue. If it's like a larger festival, sometimes we'll tour as like a full piece, like drums, bass.
Yeah.
We've played with mandolin, banjo,
Upright bass.
Upright bass.
Upright bass is great.
Lots of different hand drums. So it just keeps it interesting for us, and for people that come to see us on a regular basis, it keeps it interesting for them as well.
Yeah, well, and it's especially I imagine for you guys going back to Vancouver when you can, you end up with a lot of musicians that you've played with over the years that it's just really easy to sit down and have them fill in and have a fun show. And I noticed the album too has a lot more instrumentation going on. It's not just like an off the floor like you might experience on Saturday night at the show. There's a little bit more going on, but you do have another album in the works down the road, and this is your third. And since you've been living here on the coast, it's kind of more locally inspired. Do you have any hints about what we don't seem to quite know exactly when it's going to happen? There's some issues there, but are there any experiences that help lend to the songwriting process of it out here or anything like that?
Yeah, initially we had planned to move to Tofino for a few months just to write, just to get inspired and to write the album, and we just didn't leave. Yeah. So it's fair to say
typical story for people out here. Yeah.
So it's fair to say that a good portion of the album is going to be very, very heavily Tofino influenced.
Yeah, even the name, it's called Rainy Ghost, and that's. Do you want to tell the story about that?
You can if you want.
Basically, rain in Tofino seems to be heavier than rain in, say, even in Vancouver or Victoria or where we're from, Ontario. And sometimes it rains so hard that it actually looks like sheets, and it looks like ghosts in sheets. So we're like, oh, that's kind of like looking out our window every day in the winter. Like, it looks kind of like a rainy ghost. We're like, that's a pretty good name. Yeah, let's stick with that.
That's the funnest part, and I know funnest isn't a word.
It's totally a word.
But is it?
Yeah.
I thought you had to say more fun.
Well, if you say it and we know what you mean,
then it's a word.
I love you guys. Yeah. See, I hate that when people correct your grammar. If you don't understand what I'm saying when I'm just making conversational, decent English, then it's not my problem. It seems to be. Anyway, that's the funnest part about being in a band, isn't it? Just making up other band names and album names and naming songs and just everyday conversation popping out at you. Like that would be a cool band name, but we already have a band name.
Yeah, we actually made a pretend band once too. We were super bored on
one?
tour. Oh yeah, this one was awesome. We actually even did a MySpace and everything. It was called Prettier Than Paul.
We also had Emo and the Screamos.
Oh yeah. We had a couple different ones.
Mine are always absurd. Ballistic Pig and Billionaire Pilot have been my favorite fake. Make sweet. It up at a jam.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting off topic a little bit. Mojave's playing Saturday night at the Botanical Gardens in Darwin's Cafe. 8 o'clock. The show starts with Alyssa Hartman opening up, and tickets are $10. You can get them at the Long Beach Surf Shop or get them at the door. And you've got more music to share with us.
Yeah, we will share Here I Am, I guess. Is that okay?
That's okay.
We didn't really discuss it, which we probably should have before. So we're going to play a song called Here I Am. It's off our first album called Stories.
Talk to me, tell me what you're thinking. Tell me how you're feeling. Here I am, wanting you and wanting nothing more. I know things are complicated, and we are both so jaded, trying to convince ourselves that we can walk away. You're breaking me down. And I am starting to drown. This is tearing me apart. It's breaking my heart. Please don't cry, this is not goodbye. Beautiful words to a beautifully sad song. Wake up beside me and tell me that it will be okay. I don't have the right to ask you who you give your heart to, but mine is breaking, thinking it is someone else but me. It seems darker here on this night. It seems we've lost the light, but I don't want to lose the moment that we were found. You're breaking me down, and I am starting to drown. This is tearing me apart. It's breaking my heart. Please don't cry, this is not goodbye. Beautiful words to a beautifully sad song. Wake up beside me and tell me that it will be okay.
Yes.
Talk to me and tell me what you're thinking. Here I am.
I bet you have never had to do like a be accompanied by a float plane before.
That was so epic.
Well, that's pretty awesome. Actually, it was building pretty well. I lost my cool there for a minute. But that was really fun. Mojave are playing Saturday night at Darwin's Cafe in the Tofino Botanical Gardens. It's only going to cost you $10, and it'll be a fine night. And they're licensed there, so you can have a glass of wine and hang out and enjoy them and Alyssa Hartman. Do you want to tell us a little bit about Alyssa before we go and go into one of her tunes? Or
yeah, it's just I think it's just going to be her. Just like a one-woman show. She's amazing. I think she just learned how to play guitar like only a year or two ago, and
just
she's
prodigious growth.
Yeah, she plays piano as well. I'm not sure if she's bringing that, but she's
she's really awesome, beautiful voice. She's her guitar playing is amazing. I can't believe she's only been playing for a short period of time, but we're super looking forward to playing with her. She's an awesome chick, and it's going to be a good show.
All right, if people want to listen to more, I know you're a web dork, so you guys must have a lot of web presence out there.
Exactly. Mojave.fm is us. AlyssaHartman.com is Alyssa. It's ELLISAHARTMAN.com. We're also on Twitter, which I basically just inanely ramble all day, and that's at Mojave Band. And on Facebook, it's just facebook.com/wearemojave.
All right, sweet. Well,
those are the main ones.
Those are the main ones. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more.
Keep going.
I also know there's your vegan rant Twitter as well. I get some fun bits off of that too. So check them out Saturday night. We're going to leave you with an Alyssa Hartman tune. She'll be the opening act as part of the show. And if you're curious, check out more Mojave online all over the place. This is Go Away. We'll be back with the weather forecast in a little bit. Don't go away. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.